Hello, my friends, and happy Saturday morning for this brisk, cool Saturday morning here in Ohio, of course, the United States. Hope everyone is doing well. So this will be another short one. Hopefully we can catch some friends overseas who don't normally have a chance to chime in. Let's go ahead and pop the background music from my pop from Italy. Thank you, Pops. So this will be a short one. I didn't know what else to call this, so we will call this Best Linux Podcast 2. A blogger believes that DEEPIN Linux should be the Linux for the masses. Very interesting. Okay. So you guys can let me know what you think about DEEPIN Linux. I believe it's based in China for the masses. What you are seeing at the bottom, those of you who watch this now or later, is the Ticker app. That's Tickr. A nice news reader. So you can check that out. I've tested this different Linux-based systems. It's a nice way to catch up on the news. So check it out. For those of you who support the channel, thank you. I'm looking for another sponsor, the next sponsor for the next live show. Well, I would like to thank that anonymous sponsor from last time. You know who you are. Thank you kindly, sir. You help keep the live shows going. All right, so we have Lolly 2.0 is in the house. Hello. Farron is in the house. Let's see here. Wasn't it Toast today that yeeted? Did you spell something wrong in the VM lab because of the sign? Okay, wait. I'm not saying it's the best, and we'll get to that in a moment. Yeah, it's not the best for me, no. But a blogger says that this may be something for the masses. Just to be clear, I'm just the messenger, okay? Before we get to the main topic, let's take a look at some other news quickly. And again, this will be a fairly short one, just to get some other people, different time zones, to come in and say hello. So thank you for stopping by. And if you are new, please say hello. Okay, so let's go into other news before we go into the DEEPIN Linux thing. And I have to tell you that that topic kind of caught me by surprise. Slimbook. If you're looking for an affordable Linux laptop, this might be it. This is, let's see, it looks like about, what, 500 euros if I read this correctly. Looks like it has Linux Mint, according to the photograph here. Let's see if it's worth it, okay? So you can go 14-inch or 15-inch. 1920 by 1080 display. i3, i5, or i7. I would stay away from i3s personally, but just a personal thought. Integrated graphics, no big deal. Up to 2 terabytes storage. Let's see, USB Type A, C, HDMI out, micro SD is good. 720 webcam, can't have that. And we have an audio jack. And up to 7-hour battery. That's actually not bad. So they offer 2 laptops, 14-inch or 15. I'm just not crazy about the i3. Let's see here. So the 15-inch, choice of 10th gen Comet Lake, i3, i5, or i7. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I think the price is pretty close to where the sweet spot should be for a Linux-based laptop. Putting aside the Chromebook, which is Gen 2 based. Okay, I'm not talking that. Those start at $200. We're just going to ignore that for now. It says here the Slimbook Essential is low cost, but it's not low quality. It's built using aluminum, or as they say overseas, aluminium. Is it aluminum or aluminium? I think aluminium sounds slicker. Okay, so yeah, all right. They start at $500. Not bad. But the starting spec for this, yeah, I'm not sure about that. Anyway, that's for the Slimbook Essential. Okay, one more thing before we go to DEEPIN. Canonical CEO Mark Shuttleworth makes peace with the Ubuntu Linux community. So he has to make peace with his own system. That's interesting. This is from zdnet.com. Of the three major Linux companies, Canonical, Red Hat, and SUSE. So those are three major ones. I guess they are. They have two separate communities: Red Hat, Fedora, SUSE with OpenSUSE, and Canonical has Ubuntu Linux. I'm not sure what this is all about. The title, the news title, caught my eye, but apparently there was some miscommunication, I guess, between Ubuntu CEO or Canonical CEO Mark Shuttleworth and the Ubuntu community. Looks like there may be some politics involved in this. This is not something really I follow. I think Ubuntu over the years has gotten better, much better. Really, I think Ubuntu peaked with 16.04. Just on a personal note, they switched from Unity to the GNOME desktop. Not my favorite for beginners. It's not that hard to learn, but it's getting better, but it could be better. It's just I wish it was faster. It's certainly stable. Anyway, let's move on to the main topic. So this is from Tech Republic. All right, DEEPIN Linux 20 is still the most beautiful Linux desktop on the market. The first time I tested DEEPIN, I had a horrible experience. I think I tested this last year. It certainly looked slick. Yeah, Farron, it was heavy. I'm assuming it's still heavy. Trying to use this thing. But this blogger believes that because by its looks, evidently, this should be the Linux desktop for the masses above anything else. Above, Ubuntu or Arch-based or Gentoo-based, above anything else, evidently. So, here's some photographs here, and yeah, it looks pretty. There's no question. It's different. And if you're looking for something different, colorful, lots of eye candy, this is definitely to want to try. But here's my thing about a Linux desktop for the masses. Okay? It must have the three S's. The first S, it has to be stable. Because if it ain't stable, does it really matter if it's, pretty? If you're driving a car and it has bad tires, say you're driving a nice, sleek, red Corvette, but it has crappy tires. Yeah, it looks pretty, but it's unstable. So, number one, it has to be stable. The second S for a mass-marketed Linux is speed. Hey, you have stability, you have speed. Man, I don't know. That's pretty good in my book, right? Finally, special looks. We go to how the desktop looks. So, and there's been some other talk about this, about, privacy issues, security issues coming from China. Honestly, I don't know what the update is on that. Obviously, we are all entitled to security. And in today's world, it's much, much easier to be secure online, running an operating system, than it is to be private. Now, let's not confuse security with privacy. When I say security, security meaning protection against, viruses, hacking, stuff like that. When I say privacy, well, companies monitoring your web habits. That's what I mean by privacy. It would be great to have 100% of both. But as I said, how do you erase yourself off the web? You can't. You cannot totally, just to be clear, you cannot totally erase yourself off the web. Hence, I don't believe that privacy on the web, the way I define it, it exists in today's world. I don't like it, but of course you should do everything you can to remain secure and private. So getting back to this, let me know what you guys think. Yeah. According to this blogger, DEEPIN 20 could be the Linux distribution the masses have been waiting for. I believe it's based out of China. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. You guys tell me what you think about this. Anyway, this article caught my eye, and yeah, judging by the pictures here, it definitely looks pretty. There's no question about it. But I think I did try to test this in a virtual machine, and the requirement for this was, I forget exactly what it was, but it was astronomical. Maybe that's changed, or maybe that was a bug. I can't remember. Yeah, it's not something I would use personally. If I wanted to use something with lots that looks kind of pretty or prettier, maybe Farron OS. Farron, you have a nice looking system. I believe it's based the KDE desktop, if I'm not mistaken. So let me know what you guys think about this. This blogger believes, again, that DEEPIN Linux from China could be the Linux distribution for the masses. I don't know. All right, let's I'll stay on for a little bit longer, and then we'll wrap this up for this quick Best Linux Podcast number 2. Esselim is in the house. Howdy, howdy, how are you? We might do a private chat tonight, Ants, around 10 p.m. my time. If you're around, join us. Didn't do anything last night. I spent some time with my boy, just chilling, car shopping online, Auto Trader and stuff like that. Car prices are still too high. Hopefully they'll start to drop here close to reality the next month or so. So how you been? How's the Chromebooks? I'm sure Ansel believes Chromebooks should be the Linux standard for the masses. Sounds good to me if that's the case. So yeah. Again, if there's anybody else new watching wants to say hello, please do. And I'll say hello back. I actually just finished my breakfast. I have some orange juice. I was going to go for a walk earlier, but it was like 38 degrees. I'm like, forget that. That's unstable. Now it's roaring up to a balmy 46. Anything above 40, that's stable for me. You tried Manjaro Deep and it was good. Don't know if it's still supported. Okay, you should be available tonight. Okay. Yeah, I should be around 10ish or so. 10 p.m. local, unless I'm with my boy again, but I'll send you a private link. If you folks would like to join us for the private chats, you're welcome anytime. Anyone who supports the channel through Patreon or PayPal, I will send you an email. I do not share your emails, so just to let you know. And sponsors of the live shows can remain completely anonymous, as they all do. And that's perfectly fine with me, so thank you. Yeah, I totally agree. Chromebooks are awesome. If they can come out with a Chromebook for multimedia, for content curators like myself, we would have the Linux machine for the masses, hands down. It's not there yet, but it's oh so close. Yeah, so I think they make a gaming Chromebook, don't they? Anyway, I'm looking at the ticker feed, so that's interesting. Biohackers and Freaks. I guess those are two German shows. Did I read that correctly? Okay. Hello, Quails. How are you? Good morning, Benjamin. How are you? It's been a while since we've chatted. Hope you're doing well. Ah, a new Pixelbook is coming out next year. Very good. Hopefully that'll be one for content creators. Maybe they'll have their own version of a Caden Live or Simple Screen Recorder. You know, something that could, you know, help to make content. That's really what it's missing. It is almost there. Oh, so close. So yeah. Why don't we give this the 5-minute warning, then we'll wrap this up. And then I need to sort through my emails. I'm still getting email inquiries per possible, sponsorships and all that. And I just wish it was from people or companies that I recognize. And it could be anything. It could be Intel. It could be Black & Decker. It could be Coca-Cola. It's individuals and companies either startup companies or people I've never heard of. So anyway, I'll sort through the emails to see if anything came up for the next live show. Michael, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? Hope all is well. Yeah, Benjamin. So I started about looking at the live feed here 16 minutes ago. Yeah, sorry about. Yeah, you can watch these over. I don't generally delete these once these are over. Once this is done, I transcode these for all the Patreon supporters as a thank you into a MP3 format, podcast format. But yeah, you can certainly watch this over. I did this because the something about DEEPIN Linux caught my attention. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with my Ubuntu Mate. It just works. Yeah, Ubuntu Mate, and have Ubuntu on my backup computer. Not as fast as this, but it certainly is stable. Like I said, if it wasn't for Ubuntu, I am not sure I would be here. What about you guys? If it wasn't for Ubuntu, would you be here? Be honest. Or Ubuntu based. If not for Ubuntu or Ubuntu based, would you be here? I don't know. Let me I want to go back to song number 4 for my dad. True Love Never Dies. Instrumental, it's my favorite. Thanks, Dad, for the music. You can also support the channel through the music downloads on Bandcamp for my dad. His name is Salvatore. Good Italian name, right? Salvatore Pate, P-A-T-E. Just search his name on Bandcamp. And thank you. Ah, Benjamin, you still arch. Hey, whatever works. Yeah. If it works for you, absolutely stay with it. My first date in Linux was with Ubuntu. Special place in my heart. What can I say? It would be funny if we finally did get a quote-unquote national Linux, machine at Walmart. It's based off of Arch. That would be kind of funny. Yeah. But I'm cool with that as long as it works. Look, Chromebooks are based off of Gentoo, so hey. If it works, if the shoe fits, wear it, right? As the saying goes. So Aslam says probably was using Linux before Ubuntu. When Ubuntu showed up, made life so much easier. Yeah, I would tend to agree. Yeah. Yeah, when Ubuntu came around, it was really a more attempt to make the desktop usable for the masses. So a rolling release could be the future. It could be, yeah. It could be. I mean, Ubuntu, what is the LTS is what, 5 years? Yeah. Ubuntu Mate is what, 3 years? These Ubuntu's what, 3 years between major releases? So yeah, I mean, a rolling release certainly has its pluses. Ben started with Ubuntu 10.04. Okay. Well, Unity came out, what was it? Version Ubuntu 11 something, right? If I'm not mistaken. I'm still here, so yeah. Cantor says, what's up? What's going on here, man? I want all the details, man. Well, Cantor, you're late. Nah, you can watch this on the replay. Just some brief Linux news. An article about DEEPIN being the Linux machine, Linux desktop for the masses caught my eye. So I'm just about ready to wrap this up. You can watch this on the replay. If you're on the Patreon page, you can listen to it on the replay. Anyway. Michael says you have a complaint. Ryzen 5 Pro 3500U is the only laptop of the last 12 years that actually likes Windows 10 better than Ubuntu. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, Anselm, you started with Ubuntu 4.10. I started with, well, it was 2006. That's when I started. So was it Hardy Heron? It was called, or something like that. Wow, it's been 14 years for me. Yeah. And I can't believe on this channel I am closing in on 3,000 videos. What is wrong with me? I got like 2,740 uploads. Woo! That's a lot of stinking uploads. Yeah, you can watch this on the replay, my friend. Shamim is back in the house. Hello, hello. It grinds to a crawl over a day's use. Wow. Well, then try something other than Ubuntu. I mean, Ubuntu is the GNOME desktop. It's not particularly zippy. Try Ubuntu Mate or, you know, Xubuntu, Lubuntu. Try something else, yeah. All right, last call for comments. And I think I might go for a walk, so... thanks to my dad for the music. So yeah, last call for comments, and we'll wrap this up again. You can watch this on the replay. So yeah, it's I have Ubuntu on my older gateway machine, 8 gigs of RAM and that. It's still not as fast as I would like it to be, but that's the GNOME desktop. But that's just the way it operates. It is stable, but it's not as fast as I would like it to be. DEEPIN doesn't have the live option. The new version does not? Really? Oh, okay. Well, that's not friendly if that's accurate. I usually have a notepad when I do these shows. Anything I missed, scratch that off. That was the top 5 from the last podcast. Okay, well, I think I'll wrap this up now. Thank you all for dropping in to watch. And Linux supporters, check your emails tonight. We'll do a private chat and catch up. Should be on around 10ish p.m. or so, and we'll catch up then. Let's see, anything else I need to talk about right now? Nothing really. Yeah, nothing else for this morning. Have a good weekend, and I'll catch you on the next one. So I will just say arrivederci.